Now, the good thing is that the FAR section of the CPA exams will be easier than what it was before. Hello, you guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to be doing a 6-video CPA exam series on my channel. So I'll be making one video for each section of the CPA exams, the 3 core sections of the CPA exams, and then the 3 discipline sections of the CPA exams. And I'm going to be talking about what is going to be in each exam and my best advice to pass the exam. I originally was not going to do this series because
who the heck wants to think about CPA exams after they pass the CPA exams? I definitely don't.
But I think that this video series would be really helpful for someone out there who is taking the CPA exams in 2024, especially after the AICPA has just made the changes to the exams. The last time I did this was in 2021, right after I passed the CPA exams and during my first year on YouTube. But I wanted to remake the series based on the CPA exam changes, and hopefully it will help somebody out there. So this video will be all about FAR, and this is one of the core sections of the exams, meaning everybody will have to take and pass this section if they want to be a CPA. Now, the FAR section of the exams tests financial accounting and reporting frameworks, including those issued by FASB and the SEC and the AICPA for profit and non-for-profit entities. So this will cover information that you learned in your Intro to Financial Accounting, your Intermediate 1, your Intermediate 2, and your Advanced Accounting classes. Now, the good thing is that the FAR section of the CPA exams will be easier than what it was before. And that is because the AICPA are moving a lot of the advanced topics that were previously tested on FAR into the BAR section of the exam, which is one of the discipline sections. And they are also moving the 4th section that was previously on FAR, the state and local governments. So that would be the governmental accounting and the non-for-profit accounting. They will be moving some of those advanced questions also into the BAR exam. So you will still have to study that information if you do choose to take BAR as your discipline section. But if you're someone who's not good at financial reporting, then you can definitely avoid having to learn those hard topics. So just some other topics that they are going to be moving from FAR to BAR, in addition to the more advanced knowledge related to governmental and non-for-profit accounting, lease accounting from the lessor's perspective. They will still be testing lease accounting from the lessee's perspective on the FAR exam, but in terms of the lessor's perspective accounting, they will be moving that into the BAR exam. They will also be moving consolidating journal entries, goodwill impairment, software costs, research and development costs, derivatives and hedge accounting, as well as employee benefit plans. Now, just from that list, those were some of the harder topics, at least for me, when I was studying for FAR. So the fact that they are moving those topics into the BAR exam is probably going to give people who are not good at FAR an easier time, which is very good news. Based on what I've seen in the blueprints for FAR, there will be more technology questions on the exam. This will relate to data and technology concepts, including the verification of completeness and accuracy used to prepare financial statements and supporting schedules for the account balances. So if I were you, I would definitely focus on the technology questions because the ICPA did make it clear that they will sprinkle more technology questions throughout the entire CPA exams, not just FAR. This was not the case when I was taking the CPA exam, so if technology is not your strong suit, I would definitely spend some time on that. So my best advice to pass FAR, first and foremost, like I said, because FAR will be easier than it was before, I would say maybe consider not taking this section first. Now, I would not have said that on the previous CPA exams because for most people, FAR is the hardest section just because there's so much information. FAR is the foundation of accounting, and you may need to use some of the topics that you studied in FAR on the audit exam. It would definitely help you pass the audit exam because in FAR, you're building the financial statements, and then in audit, you're auditing the financial statements. So think of it like as a house. You need to have a base first, and then you can build what's on top. And FAR is the base, and audit is kind of what's on top. However, based on what I've read online, it doesn't seem like audit is going to be any easier than it was before, because they are actually adding some topics into audit that was previously on the BAC exam, but they aren't really removing anything from audit into the discipline section. So that is why people say that audit will probably be the hardest section of the CPA exams now. And so I would say maybe consider taking audit first and then take FAR. But then again, FAR is still the foundation. So I guess you'll just have to make the decision for yourself. I will say that if you saw some of my previous CPA videos, you will know that I
struggled
with audit big time. I did not have any auditing experience, and I think audit is one of those sections where if you have auditing work experience, it definitely helps you on the exam. So it's one of those exams where it's not as straightforward as FAR is. I feel like for FAR, you either know the answer or you don't. Also, something else I will say is that I took audit
5 times.
I know.
Ridiculous.
I passed on my 5th try, and on my 5th exam, the one that I passed, one of my simulations was very, very much related to FAR, and there would be no way I would be able to get that simulation right if I didn't take FAR first. So again, it's going to be a toss-up for you on which one you want to take first. Me personally, based on my testing history, I would probably choose to take audit first and then I would take FAR, because I am naturally just better at more math intensive exams, as you may as well, because
we're all accountants, we love math.
And also FAR is going to be easier, but audit is not going to be easier. So I would prefer to take the harder exam first, and for me, audit would be harder. Again, everyone's situation is going to be different. However, if you do choose to take the BAR section of the exams, I recommend you take that right after you take FAR. BAR is going to be that next step from FAR. So you want to take that as close to FAR as you can before you forget the FAR information that you studied. But in terms of actually passing the FAR exam, what I will say is practice as many multiple choice questions and simulations as possible, and don't underestimate the simulations. I've heard a lot of people say that you don't need to practice simulations because as long as you know the information and you practice multiple choice questions, you'll be able to do the simulations on the exam. That was not the case for me. Everyone is different, but for me, I really needed to practice the simulations and know what I was getting myself into before I took my FAR exam. I took FAR twice, and on both exams, the simulations were very, very intense. So definitely practice as many questions as you can. Don't focus too much on reading the textbook, but definitely practice multiple choice questions and simulations. Also, I'm pretty sure everyone here is going to be using a CPA review course. So listen to what they tell you is going to be highly tested on the exam, and you want to focus on those topics. Don't focus your time on the non-highly tested topics, because I doubt that you're going to encounter a question like that on the exam. I did use Wiley CPA Excel as my study review course for FAR, and I will say that everything they said that was a highly tested topic was on my exam, and everything that wasn't a highly tested topic was not on my exam. So I think that is it for this video. I do have an entire CPA playlist, so if you want to check that out, I will leave that in the description below. And if you want to see the video that I made about FAR back in 2021, you can definitely check that out too. I will also leave those videos in the description below. But if you enjoyed this video, definitely give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, turn on the bell notification. I'm trying to reach some goals on YouTube this year, and it would really mean the world to me if you showed your support. And then leave me a comment letting me know where you are in your CPA exam journey. I will love to know. I'm wishing you the best of luck if you are taking FAR or if you're taking any of the other CPA exams. Have a great day or night whenever you're watching this, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!